Hey you guys, welcome to Playtime Channel TV. Today we have breaking news of Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. As you guys can see from the image, this looks like to be a new antagonist. But let me give you guys my thoughts on everything, so let's begin. So today, September 30th, 2024, Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 was announced and teased to set of release on January of 2025. So they're already halfway done with the chapter, probably, or even the chapters even maybe completed because how quickly, right? Now this is the first artwork that they gave us. You see, we see the first poster with the main antagonist, or they're making us think this is the main antagonist. Now, this is one of a smiling critter type plushie, but it's a sheep. It's a black sheep with a skull logo, probably representing death, which is very weird that we get another smiling critter since we only have 8 of them. Or so I think. That's what Ollie said on chapter 3. Remember Ollie? He was when we first were gonna go onto the cable cart. He says, I think there were 8 of them. So maybe he knew there's more smiling critters within the factory or that have gone forgotten. Now we had some early concepts of different types of smiling critters. Like I know there was a bowl one. I think an axolotl one. There was a lot of different creatures that were gonna be for the smiling critters, but most of them that got scratched into the 8 that we know, which is Hoppy Hopscotch, Icky Piggy, Icky Chicken, Bobby Bear Hog, and much more. But this sheep, it's very interesting because sheep represent death. Some people say that, but yeah, it does, and especially a black sheep. Or it looks to be black as the first black, but then the bottom white part is all white. Um, and the little jumpsuit is white. But one thing that I want to point out of all these images that I'm about to show you is two main things. Now, one of the things that I see here, which is very, very concerning, is if you guys see right here, there's always something lurking within the shadows of the poster. Now we see the logo on the top, this sheep right over here, the logo, as I mentioned, but what is this? What is this? What is this lurking creature right here? You guys see that? There's a two-eye creature type thing. Now you might be wondering, well, that might just be the lighting. Well, if we take a look at this image from the Steam page, right here, we can see two eyes that are similar to the other image, but these are not actually eyes. These are actually just lights if we're zoomed in. But what if they're trying to trick us? What if there's something? Because it's weird how we got another smiling critter as an antagonist, but it's a tiny smiling critter. It's just a plushy form. So what do I think about this? Now I think they're tricking us. I think there's something bigger that's gonna come. I don't think this little sheep is gonna be the big monster. Now we don't know the capability of this character or what it has. Now, there's a big rumor. I think it was confirmed that the chapter 4 is gonna take place within the prisons. Prisons, yes, prisons that are located beneath the Playtime Co factory. Now, if we look at this image, we can kind of see some prisons right here. If we look at the back, let me just circle that for you guys. Right here, we can see some type of cells, but not completely sure. But why would Playtime Co. or why would Mob Games put us another smiling critter when we have Chapter 1, different character, Chapter 2, different character, Chapter 3, different character, and now we're getting back to the same character? Now, I feel like they're tricking us. I feel like we're getting another bigger character. Maybe the prototype, maybe a new character, maybe something bigger, something different, something that we haven't seen. Now, why is there this smiling critter that nobody talked about or was not mentioned within the chapter 3, but we're getting a new character? Well, if we look at these other images, for example, this one, we can see that this is like a trash receptacle type. So I feel like all the experiments that failed are going to be located in this area. And these jail cells are going to have these failed experiments. Maybe we'll find a kid. Maybe we'll find an adult. Maybe we'll find some crazy thing. Now, under the Steam description, it stated that we were supposed to go through the labs and behind the scenes of experiments. If you guys want more details on that, you guys can check the description, and I'll be putting all that information here. Or you can check out my short, and it's gonna be talk. It's a briefly description as well. But I do feel like we're gonna have all of the experiments that did not make the cut or that failed, and they just decided to throw them out or just store them because of course they were not just gonna kill it, and or they couldn't kill it, so they just decided, scrap it, throw it here, and that's it. Now another room that I want to look at is this room right here. Now this room, it's like maybe a drainage, but we can see on the back it has some rocks, and this is like a broken window or like a broken wall, as well as a generator. But something weird is that there's no toys. I don't know if this is early concept, but we can see kind of like a cat B head right here. But we don't see no other toys. But maybe because it's early concept. Now I want to take a look at this image right over here. This image. These all look like jail cells to me. Like we can see a lock right here and how thick the door is within right here, as well as we can see multiple cameras or sensors up there, and we can see how deep it is, the room. You see how deep it is? It's really deep within. Now maybe these aren't jails, maybe these are where they kept the experiments, like a vault. Also we can see right over here some fence wire because of this, or maybe an electrical fence, maybe a new feature, maybe a new tastic. As well as we can see a lot of blood on the floor, but no toys. We just see trash all around. Trash, trash, more piles of trash. And this is why I say it's, we're supposed to go with beneath the factory. So I feel like this chapter is going to have a lot of these failed experiments. We're not going to have one antagonist. We're going to have many attacking us, maybe at the same time. Maybe we're going to be fighting every single time. Instead of having to do puzzles, we're going to fight, fight, fight. And I feel like that's what's going to happen with this chapter. Now, this other image, oops, sorry about that. This image right here, it's very, this one is the one that I left for the last because it has a lot of details and how Poppy Playtime hides details in plain sight, you guys, and I'll show you why. Now, let's start off with my jail cell theory. Right here, we can see a jail cell wall and maybe a check-in desk, as well as some offices behind there. Now, let's take a zoom right over here. We can see a jail entrance right here, but no toys on the floor. There's no toys. It's pure clean. No toys on the floor. It's just pure clean. It's very, very clean. Now, another thing that I want to point out is there's two cameras, facing things. Now, these cameras are very important because we might get them in the RMG, the thing that we put the code in the little computer and then it shows us the cameras. So that's very cool. We're probably going to see those footage pretty soon. But we can also see here the roof. We can see some sky, like if it was daytime, but it's just lighting right here. But where's the other piece? Like, it should be like right here. Maybe it's behind this desk, so that's why we don't see it. Maybe we're gonna see it within the chapter. Who knows? Now, if we zoom right over here, we can see these boxes. Now, what are these boxes? These can be computers, can be cameras, can be who knows what, and maybe a new puzzle tactic. And then over here, looking closer, we can actually see a door. Now, this looks like to be a door that's probably gonna go down like this. Like it's gonna look like that, and then probably have to do something with a new hand of grab pack, and then it's gonna raise up like that, because we can see here the separation right here, and this probably closes like this. This looks to be like it closes like that, as I mentioned just right now, and then we can see multiple doors leading to other places. Um, right here, the other biggest thing that I was talking about is how mob game hides in plain sight. So we see a color combination of red, white, blue, white, yellow, and white. As well as here, we see the same color. You see the white, the red, and the blue. Now, where have we seen that color before? If you guys are wondering, we have seen it, and it was on this post by Mob Entertainment on Twitter. Let me show you that picture. Now, the next image is this one, as I already mentioned in the video. Now, this image is very important because if you see the umbrella, it shows the color combination of red, white, blue, white, and then yellow, and then white right here on the top, as you guys can see right there. And what's very interesting about this image was posted in between June or July, I believe. And as soon as I saw the other picture, I was like, oh, that's definitely that color combination. But if we take a look right over here, we can see a text of the hour, which can, kind of reference to the hour of joy. But also we can see the white, the yellow, the blue, and the red also on the poster with different types of hands. What can these hands be? I don't know. We just gotta wait and see. And I don't see nothing else that in this image that could really give us a hint or a clue. Only this, that it's kind of like the background of Poppy Playtime Forever, like the loading screen, but that's really it. So now the next image is this one that was just posted on October 1st, which is today, as this time I'm recording this video, and it is this. It's a little artwork poster, basically a little description about the new character. So the new character is gonna be named Baba Chops, and it looks like to be a sheep. Yes, we mentioned, and the description says the black sheep of the bunch, Baba prefers to keep her space. So it's a girl. We can see here using the her pronouns. Oops, sorry about that. We can see here the her pronouns. So we know it's a girl. So it says her space, like a lot of space. Too much space. She can be distant, quiet, low energy, and it usually requires a lot of context to get her out of the house. Luckily for her, she has some very precise friends. She usually perks up after a while, but the next day, we're right back to the same tune. Now, from reading this, we can see here friends, so let's highlight that. And then the scent is this scent, which I don't even know is anise. What's that scent? I guess it's like dusty, right? Or like scary, like that. And then we can see a little bit more of the sheep. Now the sheep looks like to be a smiling critter, of course. And the new charm, it's a skull, simulating to death, as we see here. So Baba Chops is a girl. Actually, I thought it was a boy, but no, it's a girl character. Most of the smiling critters are girl. And as you guys from see here, the full post by Mob Entertainment, here it is. Now another thing that I want you guys to see on this post is right here. It says on the very top, so right over here it says introducing the new nightmare critters. You see, so we're getting a new set of critters, which means really bad for us because now they're gonna make 8 plushies and then we're gonna have to buy them each month. But I'm very excited for these plushies and I can't wait to get. Probably, I hope they release this one, and they probably are. So let's continue again. So it says introducing the nightmare critters. You already met Baba Chops, our bundle of teenage antagonists. If you look up loner in the dictionary, her picture is slapped right there next to it. And then we can see teenage antagonist. Now, what this means is these characters are probably inspired by teenage and probably teenage feelings or teenage actions or whatever this is, because teenage are usually with the rude, angry, and like that mad type. So we're getting a new bundle from see here, and then a teenage antagonist. So we're gonna see these are gonna be more darker, especially the name Nightmare Critters. And then we can see here the two charms, which is the charm located right here, and then the sheep as the sheep right here. Now this sheep doesn't have horns, which is, but it has two little cute ears. Now it says, stay tuned as slowly unveil the rest of the little guys over the next week or so. So that means we're gonna get each week probably a new smiling critter until the full trailer releases. And it's very exciting. Now over here on the bottom we can see a logo type, which I have zoomed in. I'm gonna show you guys right now in just a second. But that means we're getting 8 new smiling critters, but all are gonna be themed as dark and creepy, probably like that. And let's take a look and probably guess. So the next picture is, so here's the image. Now we can see here that we have 8 new smiling critter characters. Now the new name is Nightmare Critters. And how do I know there's new 8 of them? Because we can see the eye right here as Baba Chops, but then we see here a big S with 2 little horns, or that looks to be wings, as well as a new sea monster, which I'm very excited about, and also the S, it's like a little dragon, I'm also very excited about. And then we see the R right here that looks like it had a little bite, and then we can see 2 mystery ones because they don't really have a lot to tell. Then here might be a dragon, and then like a giant red monster. That means we're getting 8 new smiling critters, which all look amazing. And it looks like they're going to release by day. So day by day. Now today, October the 2nd, they released this new image. It is a new a new Nightmare Critter character. Now this new Nightmare Critter character is Iki Licky. And it has, as you guys can see from the image, right here is the character. Now it has a radioactive right here, the logo, and it looks like to be a frog. Yeah, as you guys can see, there's no horns or ears, so it looks to be a frog from the arms and legs. So it's a little frog, and it's a radiation frog, kind of like the one from Rio, the movie, the pink frog. How nobody was scared of her because she was very feminist. So it reads, let me just read it. Iki's the type of kind to fall behind in a relay race and immediately pin it on a score knee. Even when that's not the case, he's the very definition of a port sport. Even though he's naturally talented, he consistently challenges everyone on absolutely everything, and usually without the outcome he expects. Don't worry, he has an excuse ready. And the scent for this one is coffee. It's weird, right? Because we got radioactive and then the scent coffee. And then here we got that he's not good at racing, or he's just naturally talented. He's poor at sports. It's bringing out more inclusion within the smiling critters, because some people don't know how to do sports. Honestly, I don't like doing sports a lot, and I'm not good at it. But yeah, so this is very exciting news. I'm probably gonna get some more tomorrow, but here is where I'm gonna end the video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, as I just said, leave a comment down below. If the comments are not activated for some reason, just go to my latest short and you'll see there. Now, if we do get another smiling critter tomorrow and then the next day, you're gonna find that information on my shorts. I will post it as soon as possible. We get some new smiling critters, I'll post it in my shorts. Okay, now have if you guys would like a deep dive into Poppy Playtime herself, just Poppy the doll, make sure to comment Poppy in the comments, and then I'll do a Poppy Playtime, just a deep dive in what I think about that character. Now, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you guys have a good day, and this was Playtime. Goodbye.